My parents are originally from Mexico, and they didn't have an opportunity for a formal education, but they knew that they wanted to give that to us. And when they were discerning which school they would send us to, they decided that it needed to be a private Catholic school. But not just any private Catholic school, but that it needed to be Mount St. Michael Catholic School.
One of the things I remember most is she would raise her hand and she would make very clear, I have 2 questions and 1 comment. So she was adorable. And now to see her as a woman and to be able to see how she's influencing people, that to me shows what Mount St. Michael's students are all about.
I'm a licensed professional counselor, and I help individuals, families, marriages heal every day in my office. And the reason that I'm able to do that is because the love and dedication that teachers have for their students, the love and dedication that they encourage peers to have, has been foundational.
When I first came here, I was thinking, well, I'll be there and I'll make a good impact on these children. And I hope I did, but then what I didn't realize is the fact that I was so impacted. I mean, that was back in 1994, and I'm telling you, it was the school and the atmosphere.
The love that they foster for Christ helps people know what it means to love.
I would say that one of the underlying goals at Mount St. Michael Catholic School is that our children have an encounter, an intimate encounter with the Lord Jesus Christ. That our children, in a tangible way, experience what love really is, authentic love. And that comes by virtue of participating in Mass every single day. So we are the first Catholic school in the nation and the first private school in North Texas to implement dancing classrooms. Our 5th through 8th grade children are in a very rocky time in their lives, and this helps them understand what it means to be a young woman, to be a young man or a gentleman, and how do we treat one another in this time when we're changing and our perceptions are changing, but how do we treat one another in a loving and respectful manner?
I really enjoy ballroom dancing, and at first I wasn't certain about dancing with the boys, but as I progressed I realized that it was stretching me out of my comfort zone and challenging me. And not only did I learn how to better respect my teachers and my peers, but myself as well.
At a deeper level, our students are enriched in their religious formation through participating in the theology of the body at the middle school level that was developed originally by St. John Paul.
These young people are being flooded with messages that are really actually against Christianity. And part of that has a lot to do with the body. The body has deep meaning.
One of the keen insights of theology of the body is that young men and women learn that their relationship with each other is itself sanctified. They learn that in the classroom, and then at this school, 10 minutes later, they go and have to put it into practice in ballroom dancing.
Kids my age who haven't been exposed to the theology of the body class maybe don't know what they're capable of in the image of God.
We love the fact that, frankly, preparing a young person to live a virtuous life, it has pride of place here, has so much priority placed upon it, and we see it in our own son's conduct.
Virtue is so essential. For this school to be so deliberate in its virtue program, it shows that the person is being formed to be who or she's supposed to be.
When students are overwhelmed with work or with themselves, I love to be able to send them down to the chapel to be with Jesus. The difference between the overwhelmed child who walks out of here and the peaceful child who walks in is extraordinary.
Our children recognize and hopefully grow to understand in a very personal way that Jesus Christ gave all of himself for them, that he poured out his entire life for them, and that they in turn can give that same love to others.
When you've experienced true love, like experience Christ's love, it's foundational.
Like going to St. Michael's Catholic school, you're gonna know that you're loved.
My parents sacrificed everything to give us a Catholic education. Everything. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, And my dad worked many hours. Sometimes I wouldn't even see him at night because he was working so much. Unfortunately, after 20 years of working for the same company, my dad lost his job. That's when the benefactors really stepped in. They were able to make it possible for my siblings and I to have a Catholic education, even though my parents were going through financial hardships. If I could say anything to the people watching this video, I could say this: I invite you to be a part of another child's Catholic education. I invite you to say yes. I invite you to say yes to giving your money to not just education, but invite you to give your money to form future saints, because that's what our world needs today.